For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a bit of a review video on a very exciting new product from Vango. So this here is the Vango PowerBank unit. So the PowerBank unit essentially is kind of what it says on the tin really. Vango have designed their own sort of power bank. It's basically got a 4,000 milliamp capacity, and it's designed really in camping in mind. But not only camping in mind, I personally see it as being a lot more than that. Reason why it's certainly foremostly different than most power banks is the fact that you've got a DC 12 volt socket built into it as well. This now means you can run anything like electric pumps, whether it be something like a compressor pump for say a tent or an awning, or even for a inflatable kayak. You can also means you can actually have multiple power for running something like a cool box away from a power source. So it kind of takes camping or general outdoor living, should we say, to that next step. Now, the power bank is quite different in terms of most abilities, not only because it's 12 volt point, but it's that output. So you're looking around about a 15 amp output off that as well. So generally it means that a lot of things, say for example a compressor pump for a tent, you can't use it into an adapter to run off the mains because the adapter itself isn't sort of powerful enough to handle the sheer amount of ampage it needs in one big draw. So that's where something like this makes it brilliant. It means if you want to pitch your tent in the back garden, which a lot of people do, and want to use an electric pump, you can now do this completely remotely. Yeah, again, if you want to go into the middle of a field somewhere, you can do that quite happily. And it's quite small, only about 510 grams, fits in your pocket quite nicely. So it's a compact unit. You've got a USB charging point on there as well, so you can use something to charge your phone to give you a bit extra power as well. There's a micro USB on there, so you can actually charge it. So you charge it from the mains itself. What you do when you first get a power bank, you have to charge it for a full sort of 8 to 12 hours, just to fully make sure it's all okay, ready to go. Now you can do that, you get a little USB cable, but you can use it to plug into a normal sort of 3-pin wall socket. With an adapter, and it runs about, like I said, about 8 hours for a fully charge. You've got a light indication on there, which I will show you in just a second, as well as obviously the 2 points of output. So what we'll do is we will run, kind of test it through its cases, completely remotely, a Zephyr pump. So that's going to plug straight directly into there. We'll turn it on. Got my battery indicator as well, so I can know whether I'm at 100%, 75 or 50%. I can digitally then set my pressure to what I need it to be. So we're going 7 psi, and then that pump will go in there, twist and lock on, and then I can press go. And that'll pump itself up. But as you can see, it's completely self-sufficient. So you could actually, if you can't really reach, I mean, these sort of kind of pumps like a Zephyr pump come with a very long cable. So the cable normally just spans approximately about 10 meters, or even say for a camper gale pump, you get a long cable. If you can't quite reach it to your motorhome, to your car, this allows you to literally pitch up bang on next door. You've got, like I said, 4,000 milliamps, which in batteries terms isn't really amount a lot, but it's all down to the fact that you can, run high-powered items remotely from anywhere at all. Just pop this into shape. And like we've done our own separate video on the Zephyr pump, sort of comparing it to, it's not a true test admittedly, because the fact that there was a little bit of air in this, I've just deflated it. But it kind of shows you the concept that you've got pitch-free ease regardless of where you are with or without hookup. Now, what we'll do in a second is we'll also say run a 12 volt cool box, just to show you again it can be used. And like I said, with the output you can still use it on a high-end compressor. So for example, a TCX cooler from Dometic, or the Attwoolls version of those. So there's a few options in that sense. What we're looking at. 5.7 psi. Nearly there. Three, two, one. There we go. Done. So like I said, easy, you just move from beam to beam to beam quite happily. And that's obviously the conjunction. So what you can also again mean is, because you can actually in theory use it on a call box, it means that you could actually, if you want to take, say, this down, which obviously relies on power, down to the beach for an afternoon and want to keep your drinks cool, obviously there's a certain amount of coolness that will stay inside of there anyway. But now, obviously, what you can do is plug that. So again, with a cigarette lighter, plug that directly into there, and you can probably hear that going on. Yep. So generally, the power bank gives you about 1 hour of continuous power. So you can also chop and choose and use that as you wanted to. It's got enough sort of power in that time to pitch 3 Vango Diablo tents, which is Vango's biggest tent. So let's say 4 Anataras on one charge, which is a ludicrous amount of money. Amount of sort of output to do that continuously. Admittedly, you've got to kind of stage it in the pump, because if anything, the pump is the one thing you're not meant to run continuously like that. But it's more of a power source unit. And like I said, this now means that you can take it off the beach, keep your drinks or keep your sandwiches, your lunch cool for while you're down there, and then nick back to the campsite, put it back on charge and regain that. I mean, I can see endless amounts of use, the amount of times we'll probably use this in the shop for our own personal uses is brilliant, let alone what I could say everyone else could officially use that for. But let's have a little look, and I'll bring this over here closer to you so you can see what's going on with it. So it's quite a small compact unit, as you can see. There's a light display located just here, and each light gives you 25% of the battery level. So obviously full is 100%, halfway down is 50%. On the side, we've got located a little Ashia 12-volt cigarette lighter there, nice and easy and open. It's got a little cap to keep all the dirt out as well. And on the end, you've got USB output and then your micro USB input, so you can actually charge things like your phones or charge it directly from the mains there to recharge the battery. So quite a nice little unit, very small, compact, and quite happy. So yeah, overall, really smart little thing, tons and tons of uses, and to be fair, this is probably the one product in the whole 2020 collection that I'm most excited about, just because I think that it's so sort of applicable to multiple needs on and off the campsite. But yeah, so that's kind of our Attwoolls video review on the power bank. By all means, check the link below for obviously the latest pricing and deals we got on the go with this unit, as well as other videos featured with more information about what this kind of thing can put out. But thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of the product and whether it's going to be a bit of a game changer going forward with power everywhere you want.